Welcome to the Brookhaven Instruments video that's going to cover the BI 21CFR 11 software used for DLS and zeta potential measurements. BI 21CFR 11 compliance software is an application that is used with NanoBrook instrumentation when measuring particle size by dynamic light scattering or zeta potential by either electrophoretic light scattering or phase analysis light scattering. The measurements taken are part of an electronic record for 21 CFR Part 11 compliance. Industries impacted include life science companies, since they are highly regulated and are required to be compliant to 21 CFR Part 11. Examples of life science companies include pharmaceutical, medical devices, biotechnology, and clinical research. What is 21 CFR Part 11? CFR stands for Code of Federal Regulations and are the rules and regulations published in the Federal Register. The CFR contains 50 different subject areas with Title 21 representing food and drugs. Title 21 has 3 chapters. Chapter 1 is for the Food and Drug Administration. Chapter 2 for Drug Enforcement Agency. And Chapter 3 for the Office of National Drug Control Policy. Chapter 1 regulations are based on the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. Section 11 of Chapter 1 contains details related to electronic signatures and electronic records considered equivalent to paper records and handwritten signatures executed on paper. This section is known as 21 CFR Part 11 and was issued in 1997 by the FDA. What are the requirements for 21 CFR Part 11 compliance? Creation of account profiles with specific permissions, password protection by users, use of digital signatures, activity log for all events. Well, let's take a closer look at the 21 CFR Part 11 compliance software. We're going to log in as an administrator. In the screen, we have the option to either perform a measurement or choose administration only. The administrator is the only one that is allowed to create user accounts and be able to assign their profiles. To do this, we go to File, Administration, Operator Accounts. Here we can see the various accounts that have been created within the software. To create a new user, we select New. From here, we can enter the username, the printed name, the role, whether it's an operator or supervisor. Operators have the ability to perform measurements only. A supervisor has the ability to perform measurements, sign for measurements as well. And they can also modify or create SOPs. We can choose when their password will expire, or we can disable by deselecting credentials expire. We can edit users as well. Selecting the Edit button, we can change the printed name. The username cannot be changed once it was created. We can change the role. We can change the password expiration date, and again, we can disable as well. Change password allows us to change the password for a user, and deactivate allows us to take an active account and deactivate it. Or we can take a closed account and reactivate. Another important aspect with 21 CFR Part 11 software is the activity log. To view the activity log, we go to File, Administration, Activity Log. The records within the activity log can be sorted by a specific time period. We can also select whether we want to see all the users or if we want to pick a selected user. From there, we can see all the activities that were done per user. The last part I'd like to show is with dealing with electronic signatures. In order to do this, we need to go to see some measurement data. So from here, I'm going to select some data. So we have various data within that's been downloaded within the software. From here, we can do a measurement review. And for any of the measurements, we can select and we can validate as a supervisor the measurement. Since I've already created a signature for myself, as a new user, you would have the option to either use your mouse or a trackpad to draw your name in, or you can upload an image such as I've done here. When signing, you can also add any notes that you would like to add as well. We click the sign button, and that measurement is updated when it was signed off with the signature. Lastly, training is another important aspect to 21 CFR Part 11 compliance. Subpart B states, determination that persons who develop, maintain, or use electronic record or electronic signature systems have the education, training, and experience to perform the assigned task. We offer IQ, OQ, PQ documentation. Part of a quality management system is a requirement for IQ, OQ, PQ. And IQ, OQ, PQ is complementary to the use of the 21 CFR Part 11 software. IQ, installation qualification, typically part of a new installation to ensure that all the equipment and accessories have been delivered and that the instrument is being installed in a suitable environment. Operational qualification documents that the instrument operates as intended and includes training of the users. PQ, or performance qualification, documents that the instrument is performing within specifications. For particle size, NIST traceable latex standards are used, while a ZR5 validation solution is used for zeta potential. The OQ and PQ can be performed on an annual basis. Part of the IQ, OQ, PQ is providing a printed document that details every step in the training and validation. Upon completion, the document is left with the company for any compliance requirements. In summary, the Brookhaven Instruments BI21 CFR 11 particle sizing software helps companies and institutions to be in compliance with the 21 CFR Part 11 standard. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. We can also be found at www.brookhaveninstruments.com. Thank you for listening to our video.